Hi, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be discussing what has changed in my life in the past 14 months or so since I went full-time after FFS. I was asked this question a few weeks ago at a party when I saw some people who I hadn't seen since before I actually started transition. And to be honest, I was pretty stumped as to what to answer, because on the surface, a lot has remained the same. I'm still in a relationship of 10 years with Marie. I still have my business with my business partner, and we work together in the same office. So on that front, not much has changed. I think in public, I'm very rarely gendered, so I don't really have anything to really report there in some kind of difference that I may have experienced. To be honest, the most I'm gendered tends to be from the big issue seller, and that's about it really. I'll, occasionally, if I'm out for a meal with Marie, the waiter or waitress will say ladies to us, but in all honesty, I really don't get, gendered all that much when I'm out and about. I think the positives of the past year have been that my confidence grew very quickly. I remember the first time I went out after FFS was to change my bank details in town, and it's a very short walk. It's about 5 minutes each way, but I was just incredibly nervous going out that first time, and a few times after that. But the more I went out and the more I found that I wasn't getting any kind of negativity from the public, the more my confidence grew, and now I don't even think twice about going outside or going into a busy place like a shopping centre or a supermarket. I found everything became the kind of new normal very quickly, from simple things such as no longer using my pockets to store a wallet, phone and keys, to actually having a handbag and being conscious of the fact that I have a bag on my shoulder at all times. Things like having to change my morning routine to include makeup. So, meaning I have to get up a little bit earlier. Again, you just don't, even really think about how it was before until you make a video like this, and then you kind of think back. If I was to touch on the negatives so far in the 14 months I've been full-time, it would probably solely, and this is saying something because everything else has generally been good and positive, it would solely be my voice. I've obviously made a video about that before, and if you've seen that, you'll know how disappointed I am with my voice and the results I got from voice feminization surgery. And yeah, that's I'd say held me back more than I would obviously like. I'm still kind of embarrassed to be overheard in public by someone, so a lot of the time I end up not talking that much, and that's no good, and that's something I'm gonna do my absolute best to change, especially in the new year when I get a bit of time, kind of housebound for a while. So that's something I'll be very proactive in trying to change. So as you can see, not that much has changed for myself in this past year, in the way I interact with people, and that's mainly, I would say, a product of my circumstances. I know a lot of trans people see a difference in, the way people treat them on nights out, especially if alcohol is involved, but I don't go out all that much, so I can't say I've seen a change there. Likewise in the workplace, I think if you are in an office with loads of people, you're probably going to notice quite a difference in some aspects of how you're treated. I think being a tall woman also means that the public, can sometimes be intimidated by that and, don't quite know what to make of me. Some may obviously think, oh, there's a trans woman, and some would just be, oh, it's a tall woman, and because they don't know quite what to make of me, they don't necessarily interact with me. But to be honest, I'm not sure how much people get interacted with strangers in the public anyway. And I'm happy being kind of, a little bit invisible in that sense. So yeah, I count it as a good thing. I think with this topic, some trans people can read sometimes way too much into an interaction with someone because they're kind of seeking validation, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'd be lying if I didn't feel like a sense of validation when the big issue seller, calls me miss or madam or anything like that. So my personality isn't to read too much into things, because I think that can kind of sometimes seem or be setting yourself up for a fall, and I guess my personality is to protect myself against that, so I try to be quite level-headed and objective about things. So if it seems like I'm downplaying things, it's not really me downplaying things, it's just me trying to be realistic with what I've experienced. So I know this video will probably disappoint some people who would like to think that everything magically changes and your interactions with people are a complete 180 to how they were before. But in my own personal experience, that's not the case. That's not to say it isn't like that for some people. It very may well be. But yeah, that's how it's been for me. I'd like to say that this past year, 14 months since I've gone full-time, has been amazing, despite things being the same, because as I've mentioned in previous videos, I was never unhappy with my life in that I love my girlfriend and my relationship. I like my work. It's those aspects were brilliant, but I was just kind of unhappy within myself and my gender at the time. And now I fix that. I'm a far happier person, and so in that respect, this past year's been brilliant. It's just, in general, I haven't noticed all that much change in, the day-to-day aspects of my life. So yeah, that's this video, and please like, comment and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.